Hello students, today I discuss about the topic interpolation in numerical analysis. So it is also helpful in statistics also, where data are given and you will have to formulate you will have to find out a intermediate value of any data. Their interpolation is very useful to apply. So before we start, I appeal to all of you to subscribe this channel, like this video, then like and comment. Any suggestion? Let's start. First, if we have given a function y is equal to fx, is a function where for uh, there x is independent variable. We have x have n plus 1 data is given, like x0, x0, x1, x2, and further xn. So this there are n plus 1 data of independent variable are given, and also the the values y are given of dependent variable. They are f x0, f x1, dot dot f xn. All are given, and we have to find out from these data are called arguments of independent variable. Arguments, and these data are called entries. So here, if for any intermediate value, not x0, x1, x2, but between any of the two given data, the intermediate value, if we have to find out through this function, then the function is called interpolation. If we have to find out the intermediate value of arguments, the intermediate value of value between arguments by the given function, then the function is called interpolation. Given function, then the function is called interpolation. And the function is called interpolation. Interpolation. So now here interpolation definition is clear. So it can be that to here what is necessary, that we can have to formulate a equivalent function for the given function which have same entry value which have the given function. So this function phi xi for the given data are called interpolation formula. It can be formulated for finding out any certain argument or intermediate argument. Interpolation formula. we know some information about what is uh, finite differences formula. So first we know finite difference. First we know finite difference. Finite difference is very easy to find out, easy to define, and it is essential to find out the intermediate argument value or entry value. So what is finite difference? If you are given y is equal to fx, then the we define an operator del. This is a forward difference operator. Del of fx is fx plus h is the step length minus fx. So here del is the forward difference operator uh, with a step length h. Now we can take uh, uh, twice of the del square fx in this way. So this is termed as this is termed as efx shift operator. This is called shift operator minus fx, or this is the basic knowledge of numerical analysis. You know about this minus 1 fx. So in this way it can be written. Del square fx is found out that it will be fx plus 2h minus fx plus h minus fx plus h minus plus fx. So it will be fx plus 2h minus 2fx plus h 2x plus h plus fx. So in shift operator it can be written down in this way. It will be equal to e minus 1 whole square. So in this way it can be written down. These are this is called second difference operator. This is the first difference operator. In this way, third difference operator, fourth difference operator can be calculated. Some property of finite difference operator we will study. Properties are important. 12 properties. Like for any constant function, if the function's value is constant, the forward difference operator is equal to 0. Very easy to prove. You can very easily check this. Now, if the function is multiplied with a any constant quantity, then constant will be out of this operation. Then C and del of the difference operator, forward difference operator fx. It is also very easy to prove. And the forward difference operator on addition, on subtraction is also applied linearly. Like fx, two functions will take plus minus ex, two functions will take with addition and subtraction, then we will get linear relation uh, for a difference del fx plus minus respectively del gx. This is also very easy to prove. So these are can be checked very easily. And the fourth is that this is important one. I will not go to prove, but you need to prove this. If the two functions in with a relation of product, then what will be? It is found that it will be E shift operator of fx del gx difference of forward difference operator plus gx del fx. So I'm just writing this relation. I'm not going to prove this. You can find out any through any book. If you have any problem, then comment me. I will try. I must try to prove this. So I'm leaving this for as a homework. Just always must try to prove this. Easy. Just you need to check out fx by dx, and there is the uh, relation of quotient relation of two function gx not equal to 0 for any given data or any arguments gx not equal to 0, then we will have this relation gx del fx minus fx del gx, and the denominator will be gx and shift operator egx, shift operator gx. So these are the some important and very applicable uh, with demand. Very if you will find out most applications of these properties or theorems, you can say these laws in numerical analysis. So you must have to remember for to go to any mathematical problem in numerical analysis. Also, it is helpful in statistics. So I will must go. We'll discuss a problem. Let's see a problem. A very easy problem. Uh, we have to form a diagonal difference operator. Diagonal difference operator given function and values. Diagonal difference operator table. Sorry, diagonal difference table. So how we can formulate this? Example. Here the function is given y is equal to x cube plus 4x plus 1, and the arguments are given x is equal to with these arguments are with equidistant, means the step length is equal. Here step length is, you will find out 1, means arguments are 1 2, then difference you are equidistance difference, you can look this just step length 1 4. So 2 minus 1 1, 3 minus 2 1, 4 minus 3 1. stable is 1. So yeah, all the arguments are equidistant arguments. Now we have to formulate the diagonal difference table in this way. We can formulate. There I am giving first column, second column, third column, fourth column, and fifth column. We are getting 5 columns. So this there are arguments like this is the line entries. We will get now first difference operator if del fx, then second difference operator del square fx, then we will get third difference operator, and so on. We need to formulate more columns. We'll find out if there is available 2 entries. If there are more than one entry, then we have to formulate one more column. So let's see it is necessary or not. So there is 4 data. So three entries required, three difference operator required because there are 4 entries. So we have taken 3 columns for the difference operators. First difference, second difference operator, third difference operator. 1, 2, 3, 4. Entries will be, if we put 1, then 1, 4, 1, and this will be 6. If we put 2, this will be 8. Here 8, 16, 170. If we put 3, this will be 27. This will be 12, means 39, 40. So this will be 40, and this will be 4. If we put 4, 64, and 16. So this will be 80, 81. And now we have to formulate forward difference operator, means fast forward difference operator. This will be if we formulate, this will be del fa will be f, here step length is 1, fx plus 1 minus fx. So here if we put 1, then it will be f2 minus f1. So f2 is 70 and f1 is 6. So from this the subtraction value will give us the forward difference operator. It will be 11, 17 minus 6. Now here we will get again the forward difference operator f3 minus f2 for the forward difference operator 2. This will be 14 minus 13, 40 minus 17, 30. 14 minus 17, 23. And here we will get forward difference operator for f3. This will be 81 minus 14, 39. Now in this way, this is there will get forward difference operator for f1. Second difference operator for f1 will be, if we will subtract these two, forward difference operator for uh, 2 minus forward difference operator for 1, then we will get here 12, and forward difference operator for 2 will get forward difference operator for 3 minus forward difference operator for 2. So we will get 39 minus 23, 60. 39 minus 23. This will be 18. Now again third difference operator. So for third difference operator for f1, it will be second difference operator for f1 and f2, and second difference operator for f1. This will be just 6. So this is the third difference operator for F1. Third difference operator for F1. So we are getting just one value of third difference operator for the first data for the first argument, and for the other we cannot get values because we have not more arguments, so we cannot get other values for third difference operator. So just only F1 will get third difference operator and none for others. So this is the diagonal difference table of this problem. I hope you like this video. If you like, the like, and this is a basic introduction for interpolation. I will go forward. I have already launched Newton's interpolation formula, forward interpolation formula. I must wish to launch Newton's backward interpolation formula video very soon. Subscribe this channel, and of course with your friends if you like these videos. Thanks for watching.